In May 2022, South African authorities announced that one of the country's most dangerous criminals had died in a prison cell fire. The case was closed, until it wasn't. What followed exposed a shocking web of deception involving a faked corpse, prison corruption, a celebrity doctor, and an international escape. This is the true crime saga of Thabo Bester, South Africa's most infamous prison escape. Thabo Bester was already infamous long before his supposed death. Dubbed the Facebook rapist, he used social media to lure women with promises of modeling opportunities and business deals. Once trust was established, victims were assaulted, robbed, and traumatized. In 2012, Bester was convicted of rape and murder and sentenced to life imprisonment, becoming one of South Africa's most notorious inmates. Behind bars at Manhunt Correctional Center, a privately run maximum security prison, Bester was supposed to be completely isolated from society. But investigators would later discover that prison walls meant very little. Bester maintained access to cell phones, continued manipulating people outside, and even ran scams from inside his cell. This raised early questions about how deeply corruption had taken root within the prison system. On May 3, 2022, prison officials reported a shocking incident. A fire had broken out in Bester's cell. Authorities claimed his burned body was discovered inside. The Department of Correctional Services announced that Thabo Bester had died. The public was told the case was closed. But almost immediately, things didn't add up. The family of Bester refused to identify the body. Prison staff offered vague explanations. The remains were badly burned, yet key forensic procedures were rushed. No clear DNA confirmation was publicly shared. Still, officials stood by the death narrative, and Bester was quietly declared dead. For nearly a year, South Africa moved on. Then investigative journalists began digging. Whistleblowers leaked internal prison documents. Former inmates spoke out. Journalists uncovered evidence that Bester had been living comfortably in prison, bribing guards and planning something big. The biggest red flag: the body found in the cell was not Thabo Bester. The corpse belonged to an unidentified man who had reportedly been smuggled into the prison morgue. Evidence suggested the victim had been killed elsewhere, then placed in Bester's cell and set on fire to fake his death. This was no spontaneous escape. It was a carefully orchestrated operation. Bester was already gone. Investigation widened. The scale of the conspiracy became undeniable. Thabo Bester didn't escape alone. He had help, from inside the prison and far beyond it. At the center of the scandal was Dr. Nandifa Magudumana, a well-known South African doctor and socialite. She was not just an accomplice. She was Bester's romantic partner and financial supporter. Evidence showed she helped fund the escape, arranged logistics, and allegedly assisted in acquiring the body used to fake Bester's death. Phone records, bank transactions, and CCTV footage painted a disturbing picture. Prison guards were bribed. Security systems were bypassed. Vehicles entered and exited without proper documentation. What should have been impossible became frighteningly easy. After escaping, Bester and Magudumana lived freely, moving across borders while authorities believed he was dead. They traveled through southern Africa, eventually being tracked to Tanzania. By this time, public outrage had exploded. South Africans demanded answers. How could a convicted rapist and murderer walk out of a maximum security prison? How many officials were involved? And how many similar cases had gone undetected? In April 2023, after intense pressure, South African police confirmed the truth. Thabo Bester was alive. An international manhunt followed, with Interpol involvement. The couple was arrested in Tanzania and extradited back to South Africa under heavy security. The legal fallout was massive. Multiple prison officials were suspended or arrested. Forensic experts were investigated. Politicians were questioned. The Department of Correctional Services faced national embarrassment, with inquiries revealing systemic corruption, negligence, and a complete breakdown of accountability. Dr. Magudumana, once admired, became a symbol of betrayal, accused of using her status to manipulate systems meant to protect society. Bester, meanwhile, appeared in court smiling, seemingly unfazed by the chaos he caused. As court proceedings continue, the case has become more than a prison escape. It is a mirror reflecting institutional failure, privilege abuse, and how criminals exploit broken systems. The story gained renewed global attention with the Netflix documentary Beauty and the Bester, which explored not just the crime, but the psychology, manipulation, and social decay that allowed it to happen. The question remains, if Thabo Bester could escape so easily, who else already has? The Thabo Bester saga proves that the most dangerous criminals don't just break laws, they exploit broken systems. When corruption replaces accountability, justice becomes an illusion. This story isn't just about escape, it's a warning about what happens when power goes unchecked.
Narrativia, where words weaves wonders.
Like, share, and follow for more.
This content was generated with the assistance of artificial intelligence for storytelling, narration, and visual presentation purposes. While care has been taken to provide an engaging and informative experience, some elements may be dramatized or simplified. The video is intended for entertainment and general educational use only. Viewers are encouraged to enjoy the presentation and independently verify facts, conduct their own personal research, and form their own conclusions. The creator assumes no responsibility for interpretations or actions taken based on this content. Thank you.